22 a day. Probably seen that number a lot throughout our day on the internet, television, but what does it mean? It's a disturbing, scary statistic that affects many, many Americans. As the stepfather of two members of the United States Marine Corps and as someone with multiple family members that have served in the military, this number is especially terrifying. The fact that there are 18.8 million veterans living in the United States as of 2020, or 7.8% of the population, means that it should scare you too. It means that there is a better than average chance that you or someone in your family or someone that you know is a veteran. This number affects us all, but how? It means that approximately 22 U.S. veterans die by suicide every day. This is a rate of more than 1.5 times that of non-veterans. Between 2005 and 2017, 78,875 veterans took their own lives, more than the number of Americans killed in any conflict except for World War II and the Civil War. To put that number in perspective on a more personal level, El Paso County loses one veteran a week to suicide according to the most recent data available. Let's talk today about some of the steps that have already been taken to help prevent veteran suicide and how great organizations like Stop Soldiers Suicide are working every day with the aid of people like you and me to prevent this crisis. To quote Mark Takano, chairman of the House Veterans Association Committee, veteran suicide is a public health crisis and addressing it is complex. There are many factors that lead to suicide, and we know that what will work for older male veterans may not be the same as what will help younger women veterans. That's why our solutions must be multidimensional. It's clear we need action now. Despite an increase in public attention and the implementation of new programs by the Veterans Association, such as REACH-VET, the suicide rate among veterans has still climbed in recent years. What's more concerning is that the latest data is still 2 years behind and does not include any information from the current coronavirus pandemic. Many mental health experts warn that we will see even larger increases due to the mental strain caused by the pandemic on our veterans. Almost 20 years of war and conflict post 9/11 has definitely played a part in increasing these numbers, with experts pointing to an increase in post-traumatic stress disorder, misuse of medication, traumatic brain injuries, financial issues, family problems, combat experiences, and military sexual assault as key factors. However, almost half of veteran suicides were of service members who were never deployed. For example, in 2018, 41.7% of service members who had killed themselves had never seen combat. According to Dwayne France, Director of Veteran Services for the Family Care Center in Colorado Springs and a U.S. Army veteran, not all veterans who died by suicide are experiencing a mental health crisis. It could be financial, it could be relational, it could be employment related, so we really need to have a community response. Efforts are being made across the country to improve suicide risk assessment and to improve research to better understand and prevent military suicide. The Veterans Association began a program in 2017 called REACH-VET. REACH-VET is a program that uses veterans' health records to identify those at risk of suicide and offer preemptive care and support. Once a veteran is identified as at risk, a primary care clinician will check in with them to conduct an evaluation and determine if enhanced care is needed. Early results suggest that the program is having a positive impact as statistics show that more healthcare appointments are being made, fewer appointments are being missed, and fewer inpatient mental health admissions. Steps have also been taken outside of the Veterans Association to improve veterans' mental health issues and prevent veteran suicide. The Commander John Scott Hannon Veterans Mental Health Care Improvement Act was signed into law in 2016. The bill offers updated transition assistance, mental health care, improved mental health care for female veterans, and telehealth care through the Department of Veterans Affairs. Said Republican Senator Jerry Moran of Kansas and chair of the Senate Veterans Affairs Committee, while this legislation puts in place the critical care services and support that will save veterans' lives, it's my hope that the bill will also serve as a signal to our veterans, service members, and their families that they are never, ever alone. Another major bill that was passed into law this past December was the Veterans Compact Act. Included in the bill are 9 provisions designed to promote veterans' mental health and well-being and prevent suicide. The bill is designed to achieve this by providing free mental health care for veterans experiencing a mental health crisis, programs to better understand the needs of women veterans' mental health, and help for the families of veterans. Democratic Representative Mark Takano of California is quoted as saying, "When we take care of our families, we also take care of our veterans." One of the many great organizations working tirelessly every day to help prevent suicide amongst our veterans nationwide is Stop Soldiers Suicide. Based in Durham, North Carolina, and founded by veterans Brian Kinsella, Nick Black, and Craig Grudelli, they are determined to create a solution for their fellow veterans who are in need. Unlike many others, for them it's more than just a problem, it's personal. After losing brothers and sisters in arms, they realized that the key to preventing suicide is to identify, understand, and address the underlying issues. Financial strain, post-traumatic stress, and other mental health issues before they escalate to the point of crisis. While there have been recent developments to help with veteran suicide, it's clear that more needs to be done. Their goal is to make getting help for their brothers and sisters easier. Navigating a complicated maze of resources and organizations when you're in crisis can be overwhelming. Since the start of 2019, Stop Soldiers Suicide has served over 1,600 members and veterans. Through their efforts, the reduction in suicide risk in the first 30 days is over 25%. So how do they help? What makes their approach different? They provide personalized care and continued case management to each individual and cater to their specific needs. It could be mental health support, housing assistance, or any other service. They realize that every case is different and should be treated as such. Every veteran is connected with a wellness coordinator who provides personalized attention, support, and assistance. Together, they develop a plan to overcome each challenge and help our veterans move forward in their lives. Helping veterans by doing things with integrity and conviction helped earn Stop Soldiers Suicide the 2020 Platinum Seal of Transparency from GuideStar. In addition, the testimonials from the veterans they've helped have been glowing and inspiring. From John, a retired U.S. Army member from South Carolina, many organizations try to tackle this national tragedy afflicting our veterans, but Stop Soldiers Suicide is making a huge difference. They use data to specifically target areas of risk and intervene directly with veterans. Simply put, they're saving lives. There are different ways to get involved and start helping veterans, and they all start and stop at stopsoldiersuicide.org. You can create your own fundraiser, from golf outings and 5Ks to kayak rides and push-up challenges. Fundraising through physical activity and competition has always been a fan favorite. In addition, there are many Facebook challenges featuring everything from burpee contests to cycling races. Of course, you could always set up a monthly donation as well, and every $25 donated provides a veteran in need with 1 hour of personalized time with a wellness counselor. Stop Soldiers Suicide is taking a very simple approach to helping through hyper-focused marketing, client discovery, in-class assessment and intervention, and positive change maintenance. They're making a positive difference in veterans' lives. These veterans are not nameless faces in the crowd. They're not men and women thousands of miles away. They're our neighbors, our brothers and sisters, friends and family members. They're people like you and me that decided that protecting this country and its people was important, and now it's our turn as a country to protect them.